Yo, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video. Yes, I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm posting a push day. This video ended up being kind of random because I didn't necessarily plan on recording, so I didn't get all the clips of everything. Because before I did this set, I actually did 255 for 9, so that's why I look so tired. But regardless, kind of maintaining has been coming along pretty well, and I'm feeling pretty happy with my progress. My 1 rep maxes haven't gone up since I stopped eating so much, but I'm not complaining because I look far more aesthetic than I used to. So I know it sounds crazy because I always go for lower volume, but I started off my push day with 5 sets of bench press. And I wasn't moving 275 like I used to because how many sets I've done. But to be honest, I'm not complaining. I'm editing this the next day, and I'm super sore, so I feel great. I think that this might be in my new protocol. Okay, so now this seems crazy, but I'm actually doing incline Smith machine. Of course, I've tried it in the past, and it just didn't work for me. But for some reason, now I love it. I ended up doing 3 sets of this with the weight that I have on, which was 245s and a 10 on each side. The press was super good, my chest was contracting, my triceps didn't feel overworked, and overall, it felt like a really fluid and smooth movement. I ended up doing 3 sets of this with super high intensity. You can tell that my spotter helped me out at the end a little bit, but the sets that I did after this, I was not doing very many reps. I was just pushing for pure intensity, and he was helping me out a lot to get out those failure reps. I practically almost exploded on this last rep here. The supine press machine for me was completely unheard of until this year, but it has blown up my chest so much. When you do that inner grip, you're able to get so much squeeze, and it just works phenomenally. I ended up trying to do 3 plates in a 25, but I quickly found out that I'm way too fatigued. I finished up here by pushing out some really hard reps with just 3 plates, but I had nothing left, and that was it for me. So this is the plate loaded dip machine. I usually do bodyweight dips, but prior to this I tried to do a bodyweight dip and I failed it. A single bodyweight dip, I failed it. So I knew that I couldn't. So I just hopped over to the plate loaded dip machine and pushed these out as hard as I could. These activated my triceps so much, my front delts, and they felt great. I did 3 sets of this with that same weight and I felt so pumped up afterwards. So I walked all the way over to the other side of the gym and brought a bench with me as well to do some seated incline cable flies. Also, that's Victoria behind me, so she says hi. I stopped doing these a long time ago, and I honestly don't even remember why, because they're going to be incorporated to all my push days from now on, because they feel great. You can get such a good stretch with no movement forward or backward like you would standing, and the contraction is just amazing. Now we are once again on the Smith machine, but only this time we are doing some incline Smith machine overhead shoulder press. It's a mouthful to say, I don't think it's that much. But anyways, I tried to do 2 plates here, brutally failed off the re-rack, and switched that to just 1 plate and a 25, I'm pretty sure. I did 2 sets of this, felt good, nothing too special. It works really good for giving you that V-taper. Up until this point, I knew I was pretty strong in my shoulders, but I did not know that I was this strong. The first rep that you guys saw was with 50 pounds. This is now 60-pound lateral raises, and they felt so good. I was so happy that I can move that much weight, and I can't wait to get the aesthetic benefits from this. I do these strictly for the aesthetic benefit. I don't necessarily know how much they impact my other lifts, but I know that they give you a way better V-taper, so I practically spam these all the time, super heavy. This ended up being the last exercise of my push day. I did 2 sets before this with the 10 and the 5 that are hanging on that bar there, but this is my second favorite tricep exercise, and my triceps are so sore from this. The pump was amazing, so check it out.